Stephanie Trunzo, and I lead an amazing and crazy team of people at Oracle who love sticky problems, genuinely enjoy learning about our clients, and driving transformation through technology. I'm really happy to join you here today with some amazing subject matter experts. I'll let them introduce themselves as they share their perspectives. And we're here to talk to you today about unlocking business value with JD Edwards Modernization. Please take note of our standard safe harbor agreement. Basically, remember, there are no guarantees in life. We're going to chat a little bit about the power of our partnership called Elevate. We're going to dig into the value of JD Edwards on Oracle Cloud. Then we're going to spend a little bit of time specifically looking at the value for both finance and supply chain. And then everyone's favorite topic, how do we look at doing all of this while also saving money? And remember, we're going to stay for a little while to talk with you live with your questions at the end. So we want to talk today about unlocking business value. That means that you need both the technical depth of expertise, absolutely, but you also need the business understanding to drive the outcomes for your industry. And that's the power of our partnership. So the Elevate initiative is really focused on three key areas: the data center transformations, platform modernization, which is what we're focused on today with JD Edwards, and integrated insights. Our goal in creating this strategic collaboration was always about providing our customers with exceptional value. We are definitely greater together through Elevate because we can provide customers with superior value through strategic advisory and human services, unparalleled Oracle expertise, that technology depth that's necessary, and the deep relationships with product development, so we can quickly resolve any issues. While today we are specifically focused on JDE modernization, through Elevate, we also enable you to reap full value across your entire cloud journey. This includes not only moving JDE workloads to the cloud, but also extending that with analytics, digital transformation, innovative operations, continuous optimization services. The benefits are compelling not only from an IT perspective, but also for finance, operations, different stakeholders and personas. Our future webinars will go deeper into the benefits for each of these personas. For example, our webinar on November 18th, we'll share with you a bit later, is primarily focused on the area of finance. And after the new year, we'll focus on IT and operations. Now, I'm going to pass this over to Jeff Erickson from Oracle's JDE product management team to go over the benefits on Oracle Cloud.
Thank you, Stephanie. I'd like to introduce myself. As Stephanie said, I'm in the JD Edwards product management organization, and my team is responsible for everything we're doing with Oracle Cloud infrastructure and PaaS services. And I think it's a great honor to be presenting with these other experts today from Oracle and Deloitte on how you can get more out of your JD Edwards investment with Oracle Cloud infrastructure. So before we get into cloud infrastructure specifically, the ultimate goal for our JD Edwards customers is really digital transformation and a digital ERP. And we see cloud infrastructure as a key component to that. Why is this important for our customers? Because really we see our customers wanting to do more with JD Edwards in a very quick time frame. And the goal of this is really to streamline processes, remove friction from processes, and leverage new capabilities such as chatbots, IoT, mobility, robotic process automation. And the ultimate goal is why OCI is such a key component to this is it frees up IT and IT budgets from day-to-day administration and hardware to partner with the business to do this digital transformation. So let's start off with how you can extend JD Edwards with Oracle Cloud and how this is possible. The first thing we want to go through is with cloud infrastructure, you get to maximize your investment with JD Edwards that you have today. You get to leverage the JD Edwards that you know, the business processes that you've defined, your data to get more out of that. Additionally, you don't have to go doing a license agreement with JD Edwards. You get to take your licenses like for like and move them to cloud infrastructure. Again, cost savings and acceleration of modernization. Thirdly, because of the way we do our automation and the way JRs is architected, all your customizations, which you may have for a regional need, an industry need, competitive advantage, come across automatically. Fourth, we know that our customers have multiple integrations around JD Edwards to extend JD Edwards with partner solutions, homegrown solutions, cloud integrations. Those, again, all come across very quickly and easily with no rework. Finally, I want to reiterate Oracle's investment to JD Edwards. Oracle's made a commitment to JD Edwards to have premier support at least until 2031. That gives insurance to our customers that the investments they make today, they get to use and leverage for over a decade in the future. So you ask, how do we do this? We see this as a two-step phase for digital transformation, leveraging Oracle Cloud. The first is the cost reduction. By having a modern platform, our customers are seeing anywhere from a 40 to 50% reduction in their IT spend and hardware spend. So what do they do with that cost savings? Well, they take that cost savings and leverage the IT spend, freeing up the budget, and more importantly, people's time to leverage Oracle's investment in cloud, either in cloud apps or platform as a service. That can be modernization of financials through cloud EPM, getting more out of their supply chain with better planning and budgeting, or getting a better experience out of using the chatbot technology or mobile cloud service and visual cloud service. Those two combinations lead to the third state, which is a digitally transformed company that allows you to do more with your current investment in JD Edwards and Oracle's overall investment in cloud from an infrastructure and cloud application point of view. So you ask, how do we get the cost savings? Well, we've done studies, and the cost savings really comes into three major areas. The first is the hardware. So while a lot of our customers already have a data center set up, there is ongoing maintenance of that. There's hardware refreshes. With moving to cloud infrastructure, all those services, the budgeting that has to go do those refreshes is all moved into the public cloud and becomes your vendor's responsibility for the refreshes and maintaining that environment. The second area that we see cost savings is as our customers move from on-premises to cloud infrastructure, they move different components into a service model, mainly in the database. They'll take their database licenses and bring them across in a BYOL fashion to get cost savings and have those licenses be a cloud service on the database tier. The third cost savings comes into managed services, which Rick from Deloitte will talk more about, is they shed the cost of maintaining JD Edwards and have their partner do that, and that frees up the cost and time of them doing that. So there is a value calculator that we'd recommend that you work with Oracle Services and Deloitte to see what your results will be, because everybody's different. But on the right's an example of how that cost savings comes across from a architecture point of view of having less CPUs, less cores, less storage because of leveraging cloud infrastructure. So I want to go through a couple stories here. Well, we have over 100 customers have their production system live in OCI and hundreds more evaluating and moving to OCI. The common threads we see across this are threefold. One is the cost savings. That is a lower TCO, and that's across every customer we've seen. They're getting more out of their JD Edwards investment at a lower cost. The other one is cloud innovation, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. And the final one is better performance. A couple examples here is Arcor, who saw 40% reduction in response times. TrueGreen, 5 times performance improvements. Again, These customers all came from different platforms onto OCI, but across the board, they've seen an improvement in their solution, both from a cost reduction and better performance. Another great success story is LifeScan. LifeScan was a division of Johnson & Johnson. As part of J&J's overall strategy, they had had an divestiture strategy, and LifeScan was made its own business, its own company. While this can be a challenge for customers, LifeScan made a decision to partner with Oracle Consulting and Oracle's cloud investment across the board to make this reality. I think this is a great success story because it shows what is possible. They were able to move from an on-premise instance within J&J, stand up a brand new JD Edwards instance in OCI, move JD Edwards and the components of JD Edwards that they need to have the instance into that instance. And more importantly, they were able to modernize processes with procurement cloud and financial cloud to get more out of their current JD Edwards investment. The other thing I really like about this story is this wasn't a multi-year project. They were able to do this with Oracle Consulting to get this done in 6 months. And this is really the model we see our customers going to, is very quick, nimble projects to get immediate return on investment. So if you want more information on this, there's a video out there with the IT director. They'll go into more details of how they did this and the value they got out of Oracle and this move. So if I were to summarize, there's 4 key benefits that we see our customers getting out of moving to OCI and getting more out of their JD Edwards investment. The first is just the sheer cost savings. They get out of the data center business, they free up resources from doing day-to-day activities, and they're able to get an immediate, usually 30 to 40% cost savings out of that. Second, they get better performance. Across the board, no matter what platform customers have come from, they are getting better performance with JD Edwards on OCI with a better service level agreement. Third, they're leveraging our automation to get this done in weeks, not months, not years. They're taking our automation to lift and shift JD Edwards and get it to OCI. Additionally, they're leveraging partners such as Deloitte to do managed services and leveraging the built-in capabilities of OCI to get better lifecycle management and better visibility. Finally, especially in today's world with everybody working from home, they get a more modern, secure infrastructure. With that, they get out of the box automation for availability and the ability to have automated disaster recovery. This is a key component because I'm actually surprised at the number of customers we've worked with who didn't have those capabilities in their current data center because of cost and complexity. All those things they get out of the box with JD Edwards and cloud infrastructure and managed services. They're able to take those investments and transform their business processes and let them focus on what they're good at, which is their business and doing transformation. With that, I'd like to turn it over to Rick Katz from Deloitte, and he can share with you what Deloitte's doing to make this happen for our customers.
Thanks, Jeff. And before I get started, let me introduce myself. I'm a managing director in our Oracle practice and have been with Deloitte for over 21 years delivering JD Edwards. I currently lead our JDE practice, and I'm very excited and honored to be speaking with you today. Let's talk about what happens after you move your JDE workloads to the Oracle Cloud infrastructure. You need support, and Deloitte is well positioned with JDE application managed services and also cloud managed services to support your OCI-based JDE instance. This in turn will allow you to free up support resources, enable modernization, and leverage a continuous innovation framework to deliver digital solutions. Our cloud managed services can provide end-to-end support coverage so you can begin to gain the efficiency, performance, and scalability that Oracle's cloud infrastructure provides. Our Oracle JDE Operate practice that can support all of your JDE application needs has an approach that is focused on value. Our teams will work with you to deliver outcomes and improvements based on our services rather than just keeping the lights on. And most recently, Gartner has recognized Deloitte as the leading Oracle application management services provider. The big payoff here is to outsource your support needs to a provider that will not only keep your lights on, but will also proactively look for ways to improve your operation through continuous improvements and modernization. Let's now talk about some other ways we can drive value for your organization. While other big firms chose to abandon their JDE practices, we chose to invest in it and grow our resources both in numbers and capability because we believe it is still a viable and strategic package for many of our clients. We have retooled our practice for the digital era and added several capabilities centered in 2 virtual centers in India, a JDE Digital Innovation Lab and a JDE Development Lab, both designed to deliver innovative solutions to our clients. Those investments also include updating our delivery methods and tools. Our agile-based momentum implementation methodology that covers the imagine, deliver, and run phases, combined with our Ascend platform, provides for a digitally enabled and efficient delivery. It's loaded with tools and accelerators and proven leading practice templates that will mitigate risks and drive efficiencies. For example, it contains user stories and journal maps supporting business processes and localizations for over 90 countries. We have built out configuration bots to speed configuration and save up to 50% in setup time, and an automated testing tool driven by the JDE Orchestrator technology that leads to a 70% improvement in testing efficiencies. So what this means for you is that we have a methodology and a framework that is built for digital, is comprehensive, and provides the foundation with tools and accelerators that you need to drive your implementations efficiently. And now I'd like to turn it over to my colleague, Howard Glanville, who will walk you through how we can help you find value by applying new digital capabilities to your organization.
Thanks, Rick. And starting with a quick introduction, I'm a managing director in Deloitte's Oracle JDE practice, primarily focusing on finance and technology transformations. I've been with Deloitte for over 16 years and have been working with JD Edwards and other Oracle products for over 20 years. And today I'm happy to be part of the Elevate JDE Modernization series and talk around unlocking the business value. So my focus in the discussion today is around incorporating and building digital technologies and assets as part of your overall JDE modernization and transformation programs, with a goal to improve efficiency across enterprise operations. I'm going to provide some highlights of our capabilities and areas where we work with our clients on digital finance, digital supply chain, incorporating analytics, and also more fundamentally, how to start your digital journey to succeed fast. CFOs, COOs, and CIOs are each trying to address the need to modernize business and deliver in the digital age with the need to drive efficiencies and seamless delivery of digital capabilities. We will explore this in much more details in the future webinars in this series, so please tune in for those. But as for today, let's start with the finance track. As we look towards finance of the future and the changing role of the finance workforce, let's consider the finance factory. Work is shifting from traditional processes to system configuration and maintenance. Workforce is shifting from traditional processes to address the finance skills gap, i.e. there's a premium on talent that understands both technology and business. And the workplace is shifting with the introduction of finance command centers, chatbots, and voice integration. This so-called finance factory means that many transactions will be touchless, and the capability to do this is already there. The need for labor to process routine transactions can be largely automated. Blockchain can reach deeper into the organization, especially when it comes to complex interrelationships within and between companies. And digital technologies, once considered standalone tools, are combined with JDE in new and innovative ways to provide process efficiencies, increase compliance, secure transactions, and enhance financial information. Working directly with our clients and addressing gaps we've identified directly within our JDE Innovation Lab, we have built out use cases for a variety of digital technologies like you see across the top of the chart on your screen in the areas of robotics or RPA, cognitive and artificial intelligence, cloud, blockchain, and analytics. I'll discuss analytics shortly, but other specific examples include numerous bots to optimize the basic finance processes to create efficiencies, the use of AI and cognitive technology with voice bots for approvals and inquiries, and a touchless finance close module that combines the efficiencies of RPA within the structure of a configurable bolt-on JDE module. And of course, a lot of what I've just mentioned for finance is very applicable for supply chain. So within the supply chain area, in addition to process efficiencies and secure transaction, our digital assets can provide greater visibility and also product traceability. And in fact, we've also built out IoT or Internet of Things assets for supply chain as well. Some specific examples I'd like to highlight here are using RPA to drive process efficiency with invoice verification and three-way voucher matching. Both these processes often include multiple systems or platforms, and so are prime candidates for RPA. JDE REST APIs bring real-time transaction processing into the Oracle blockchain. Using Oracle blockchain increases cross-enterprise visibility, enables supply chain transparency, providing an ability to track and trace transactions spanning multiple organizations. Additionally, this enables a digital audit trail, which is secure, trusted, and verifiable. To drive continuous improvement, we have built solutions in JDE using AI and machine learning to improve demand planning by improving forecasting accuracy, by learning from past history using statistical models without needing a statistical expert, to drive predictive maintenance, and to automate EDI error handling. And highlighting some supply chain efficiencies that can be gained. One of the largest can manufacturers in the US, we have built solutions interfacing stroke counts to JDE and have successfully reduced their coil reconciliation costs by 75%, and also built an automated process for condition-based maintenance. Using IoT-based weight and level sensors, we've built automated cycle count processes for inventory reconciliation or adjustments, automated work order completions, and automated purchase order receipts. So that's a quick overview of some of the digital assets we've developed working with finance and supply chain. As I mentioned earlier, please tune into the upcoming webinars for a deeper dive from the perspective of those within those functions. But for now, let's talk about analytics, which of course is an area of interest to both finance and supply chain. So with analytics, it's fast becoming an old adage that data is the new gold. But unlike gold, it is really not about how much you have, but rather about what you're doing with it. Historically, organizations have spent millions of dollars on ERP, but have ended up with data sitting in silos and or across multiple platforms, volume of data that's growing exponentially, and a lack of reporting, let alone getting the integrated insights to make predictive analytics. Analytics is no longer a nice to have, it's really a requirement to stay competitive in the digital age. With the new digital era, transformation is fueled by the race for competitive advantage, which requires the ability to make informed, real-time business decisions. And now we have that ability and capability. So why do clients need next generation analytics? Well, it's all really about being informed and forward-looking decision-making. Businesses are spending more and more time on analysis, prediction, and decision support rather than traditional accounting, reporting, and compliance. The key word there being time. Executives now expect forward-looking predictive insights to guide their business strategy and improve day-to-day decision-making. Data needs to tell the coherent story, and analytics need to be approachable across all areas of the company. So whether data is gold or not, it really is a critical business asset. But most organizations are still not using their data effectively to drive their business. So in order to succeed in this digital age, companies need smarter, integrated enterprise-wide insights across their business functions. DAO, or Deloitte Analytic Objects, is Deloitte's pre-configured package solution creating a powerful and modern analytics application. It combines Oracle's analytics and data science platform with our best-in-class domain expertise. It exposes both business users and executives to pre-packaged advanced analytics and machine learning capabilities built on top of the Oracle Cloud platform. The hub and spoke design helps decision makers by eliminating silos individual DAO modules, including both supply chain and finance, are each prepackaged, but they also are designed to be combined and integrated so that KPIs and calculations can be created across all data sets. Analytics enables data from multiple sources or platforms and integrates into a single dashboard with drill down capabilities, i.e. creating one source of truth. This next generation application represents more than just advanced functionality. It is also a vehicle for insights and enables the execution of strategies using AI, cognitive analytics, and advanced visualizations. Finance examples include insights for GL, AP, and receivables, forecasting, and even real-time month-end close dashboards. Supply chain spend, inventory, and classification analysis, demand forecasting, and even fraud detection. So I've talked about the technologies and the capabilities. So where do you start? So we realize that our clients are on different stages of their digital transformation journey. Our goal is to help clients not only apply digital within the framework of a traditional JDE install, but to progress to a digitally enabled JDE through developing maturity in digital technologies to realize efficiency gains, reduce technical debt, and reducing overall total cost of ownership. For example, leveraging automated testing of new releases to enable continual adoption to keep your JDE up to date and code current. So please reach out to us to explore what is possible with an initial free exploratory or discovery call and understand where Deloitte's JDE Modernization and the Elevate program can help you and to jumpstart your digital transformation conversation. Then within our digital lab setting, we explore the art of the possible. For instance, how JDE Orchestrator running on the AIS server transforms JDE from being transaction-based to a system that provides a dynamic reflection of real-time business operations. We'll demonstrate live examples of the different technologies, our JDE Innovation Lab, assets and solution accelerators for both finance and supply chain. Review some process heat maps we developed to help uncover new process efficiencies enabled through both JDE and digital technologies. And then explore how Oracle platforms and products support your JDE modernization, all within the context of defining your digital vision and creating a JDE digital transformation roadmap. So with that, I'll hand back over to Stephanie, who will talk about Oracle's innovative financing options.
Thanks a bunch, Howard. It's so great to have Deloitte's experience in this partnership. So let's talk a little bit more about our financing portion of this offering. We've heard some really awesome stuff so far. I know for me, I was certainly surprised to see the year 2031 on a slide. That's pretty exciting. Given all of the fantastic benefits you get for your business by leveraging the power of JDE on the cloud with analytics insights, chatbots, technology changes that have real visible benefit to your users, it's also pretty exciting to get all of that with 40% savings. So how can we do that and make it even better? With this program, we've built a model with Oracle's custom financing to pull all of that value Jeff described forward, meaning you could start seeing savings day one of this transformation and drastically greater savings based on the timeline and velocity of change that makes sense for your business. We will work with you to customize this finance model by looking at things like hardware buybacks, smooth payments, and even reduction of Oracle software maintenance. So you can flip. With all of that great backdrop, if you're ready to start exploring how our Oracle and Deloitte partnership in this Elevate program could work for you, shoot us an email at either of these email addresses, and we'll get back to you to get started talking about how this could work in your business. Meanwhile, we mentioned earlier that we do want to dig into the details based on many of the different personas that we can touch with this program. In a few weeks, we're going to speak more deeply on the finance side of your ERP scenarios on November 18th. And then following, we'll speak to the depth of the business innovation and the tech track and operations track on supply chain in the new year. We've got this fantastic team ready to learn about your business and bring their expertise to partner with you, some of whom you've gotten to hear from today and others that we hope you'll meet through this series of webinars. But remember, don't go anywhere. It's your turn. We thank you all for attending, and we're now going to open this up for your questions.